Hey, look, we back with another one. This is the Risky Powerhouse. I'm on fire, man. Watched a lot of games tonight. Got a lot of thoughts brewing. I just thought, it's a good time to make some videos, man. So I'm here to give y'all more content. Like I said, keep up the good support. Sharing the videos on Instagram, likes, comments, everything. Keep the channel growing. Keep the brand growing. Like I said, I'm putting out the new logo, trying to get that on as many videos as possible now. So check that out, try to get that face out. I'm proud of that logo and I'm excited about it. And yeah, let's get into the thoughts, man. Because this dude, James Harden, dog, man, earlier in the season, one of my homeboys was trying to hit me. He said, hey man, you just trying to hop on Harden because the Lakers doing bad. He know I'm a LeBron guy. So anything LeBron, he gonna tie me to it as a fan. So he say, Lakers doing bad, LeBron doing bad, you all wrapped up in all of that. Even though it's clear that I have no NBA team. I have no team. And I told my homeboys the day LeBron retire, I'm going to pick a team. And I guess that's what I'm a ride with, bro, until the wheels fall off, because that's my guy. But yeah, the Lakers doing bad, man. They're not looking good. So he feel like I target Harden, because Brooklyn is the other threat to win a championship. But the fact of the matter is, Harden set a level where I just expect him to be. You know what I mean? Harden over the course, Harden growing in his career. Started off in OKC. He was a lottery pick. He grew, got an increased role in OKC. Then went on to get traded to Houston. Where Houston, mortgaged a lot of pieces or whatever to bring him in to be their piece of the future. Harden turned out to be the best shooting guard in the league, best shooting guard since Kobe, winning the MVP, top two in the MVP for about 4 or 5 consecutive seasons, averaging 30, getting 8, 9 assists, leading the league in assists once, leading the league and scoring 3 times. He set a level where now it's like when I see him this year, I just feel like he's so far from that level that it needs to be talked about. Like it needs to be dawned on what he's doing, because it's no way. Now we know they don't have KD, but it's no way that James Harden goes in Sacramento on this road trip after just losing to the Phoenix Suns, and you got Kyrie, and James Harden finds a way to put up 4 points. Now he had 12 assists and 7 rebounds, but he had 6 turnovers. Dude shot 2 for 11 from the field and 0 for 5 from 3 in 37 minutes. Now, when I look at James Harden, like 4 points, this dude was quote unquote one of the most polarizing offensive weapons we've seen since Kobe, since Jordan, at the shooting guard position. And James Harden this season, he have been so far from the level that I expect him to be. And if you think James Harden is, he could get it going still, that was what a lot of people was telling me earlier in the season, especially in my group chat. They were, don't worry about it, he's just getting going. He battling the hamstring and, he going to get it going. Well, he never got it going. When you look at James Harden, he got the lowest PER since he was coming off the bench in OKC. James Harden, the Brooklyn Nets now are 29-22. They are the 6th seed in the Eastern Conference. They're 1.5 games behind Charlotte, who luckily lost to the Boston Celtics tonight. Shout out to LaMelo Ball, 38 points career high, even though they lost. But if Charlotte would have won tonight, they would have only been a half game behind the Brooklyn Nets, because Brooklyn lost to the Sacramento Kings. You know what I mean? Brooklyn have lost 6 consecutive games. They have lost 6 of their last 8 games, if I'm not mistaken, before that. The last team that they beat was the San Antonio Spurs. Like, we got to really start talking about this. They're 3-7 in their last 10 games. James Harden, over the last 10 games, he's averaging 25 points, 11 assists, 7.6 rebounds, but he's averaging 5 turnovers. He's been averaging 5 turnovers in every month of the season. Well, it's 4.8 turnovers, but you get what I mean. Like, shooting 41 between 39 and 42% from the field throughout the course of the season. and he's shooting at high volume. When you look at his month of January, he averaged 24, 10.8 assists, 7.8 rebounds, 4.5 turnovers. We shot 42% from the field on 17.5 attempts, 33% from three, and 87% from the free throw. Now, we know he always going to be good from the free throw, but that's what's keeping his game at bay in terms of his statistical efficiency. His player efficiency rating would be terrible if he was league average from the free throw line. It would be terrible. Like, that free throw is the only thing that's holding him above water. Now, when you look at his month of February thus far, they played 2 games, the Suns and the Kings. He averaging 13 points, 11 assists, 6 rebounds, 5 turnovers. Thus far in the month of February, he's shooting 8 for 30 field goals and 3 for 13 threes thus far. Now, we got a lot of games going forward in February. They got the All-Star break, so, hopefully he can get rejuvenated and get those numbers up, obviously, to a better average. But I don't expect James Harden to be a 21 points, 10 assists, 5 turnover player. That's not what I expect from him. I expect, with KD and no Kyrie, about 24, 11 assists, 4 turnovers, shooting about 45% from the field and 37 from 3. In the same rate from the free throw line that he's been given. One thing I can say about Harden, when you watch him, I question his effort and heart a lot. And some people say it's not warranted, but I think it is. When you watch him, he don't care. The turnovers are lackluster. Getting back on defense, diving for loose balls, actually showing effort is lackluster. When I watch Harden, I don't see a hungry basketball player like I used to when he was in Houston, proving himself, earning the respect. It seems like now he plays with that cachet of, oh, I'm James Harden, and, these defenders going to move out the way for me. Nah, these dudes stand in your face. Like I said, I made a video earlier this season, Beard Style Brooklyn, stand up for all those Brooklyn fans who riding in Harden corner. I want y'all to own this. I want y'all to give me y'all true thoughts on what y'all think about James Harden's season thus far. His first 6 games, the Brooklyn Nets started off 3-3. They were 500. I said James Harden averaging 18.6 points, 8.6 assists, 7.6 rebounds, and nearly 5 turnovers. Shooting 39% from the field, 33% from 3, and 86% from the free throw. I said right then and there, I said, yo, sum up with James Harden. And when you look at Russell Westbrook in LA and the way that he's hurting their team, James Harden is similar to how he's holding back what KD was doing in terms of the level that he was playing at that time. And everybody said I was just hating. James Harden clearly better than Russell Westbrook, this and that. And I actually agree with them. I said James Harden is a better player than Russell Westbrook. That's why I expect a higher level. They shouldn't be at similar levels. There shouldn't be no comparison. Now, we know Russ is bad from the rim, the mid-range, the 3, and the free throw line. So that's what takes away his total argument. But Harden's 3 is slightly better this season, and his free throw is a mile better. So that's the comparison that makes everybody pick Harden, obviously. But when you just watch his effort and you watch his willingness to give it all in terms of his body for his team, like, he don't sacrifice anything on defense. I said in my past video, when you look at how Devin Booker was coming at James Harden when they played the Phoenix Suns the other night on TNT, it was a nationally televised game. Everybody knew it was nationally televised. Chris Paul is the MVP candidate over there in Phoenix, and rightfully so when you watch how he lead every category on that team. But Devin Booker is the young weapon that they're using to get them through games. You know what I mean? Like, LeBron was the best player on that Lakers championship team, but Anthony Davis was the piece that they used to score throughout the first 3 quarters so that LeBron could get to the 4th and close it. And that's what Chris Paul do for the Suns. You got Booker used as the offensive scorer. That's all he got to do is score. He's a true shooting guard. About 25 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and he's going to be efficient. And when you look at how he was coming at him, Devin had 35 points. Now, I think James Harden had like 25 points, 11 assists, but he shot like 8 for 19 from the field. Terrible efficiency. And that's what I question with Harden a lot. Like, I know you got the ability to, dice people up and stuff, but he settles for that 3 a lot more often than he should. James Harden is shooting 43.5% of his shots from threes this year in terms of his total field goals. 43.5 of them are threes. That means per 100 shots, 44 of them are going to be three-pointers, right? He's shooting those 44 shots at 33.8%. So he's making about 34 per 100. So if you do the math for that, in the 100 shots, 44 of those shots at 33%, he's making about 11 for 30, 11 for 30. You get what I'm saying? Out of that 44 shots, he's making about 13 or 14. You know what I mean? That is not good for each of those possessions that he's missing for the other team. He's taking all his shots from threes and he's not making them at a high clip. That's just basic math, you know, for how your team scoring is going to be moving forward. When you look at that game against the Suns, like I mentioned, Book had 35 on 13 for 23 shooting. 3 for 8 from 3 and 6 for 7 from the free throw. So he didn't shoot the best from 3. He shot about average at 38%. He shot pretty good, you know, but not the best for a single game, 38%. But he shot 6 for 7 from the free throw. When you look at Harden, 3 for 8, he shot 7 for 9 from the free throw, but he shot 6 for 19 from the field. You get what I'm saying? The efficiency have to match up. And that's one thing I do like about Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving was 10 for 20, 3 for 8 from 3, and 3 for 4 from the free throw line, 26 points. Kyrie Irving shouldn't come from off of his couch, and he haven't played all year. And KD leaves the rotation, and Kyrie Irving is the best player on the team for the Brooklyn Nets. When I watch the Nets play, I see Kyrie's effort in terms of trying to get the teammates involved, not just getting the assists. Because Harden get a lot of assists off the dump off to the big, the rolling big pocket pass finish or foul and lobs. But when you watch Kyrie play, he actually plays with a tenaciousness and a heart. You can see his effort and heart is never questioned. You know what I mean? You know, Kyrie got a situation going on for why he can't be at home games and stuff like that. But the dude puts it all on the floor when they play. He leaves it all out there, and you can see that. He displays that he cares about winning that particular possession that he's in. You know what I mean? And I just don't see that from James Harden. I read y'all all the numbers. Lowest PER since he was coming off the bench at OKC. You know, struggling to survive 41% shooting from the field throughout the course of this season. You know, below average from 3 on high volume. You know what I mean? Great free throw shooter. But one thing we seen today against the Kings, he didn't shoot 1 free throw attempt, and he had 4 points. So are you depending on 11 free throw attempts to get you to that 15 points? You know, if you shooting 2 for 11 from the field, you know what I mean? The game and how we see it is changing. It's changing. And heliocentric players like Luka, like Harden, they gotta really figure out how to really manipulate how they can be effective differently. Like when you watch the Dallas Mavericks now, they use Brunson a lot more often than they did last year because they need a smaller guard ball handler to be able to set up the play, get the play going for Luka to have the ball for less time in the shot clock. Luka's still going to be Luka, getting triple-doubles and 28, 29 points, and we know that. But the difference is he is playing a different style under Coach Jason Kidd. You know what I mean? And I like how they're using Brunson to, like I said, operate their offense. One thing I see from Harden a lot is when he passes the ball to Kyrie or KD or Patty Mills, who's been playing great this season, he just stands 30 feet away from the rim, and he's not a threat at all to how the team offense for that next 5 seconds he never pulls the defense when he don't have the ball. You don't see any backdoor cuts. You don't see any flare screens. You don't see any pin downs. You know, he might have like a little fade where he run off and just get the dribble handoff from the big or whatever. But it's like, dude, you need to do more for the team to be successful. You have to do more. Like in terms of just setting a screen for Patty, you know, getting the handoff, running the pick and roll, swinging into the corner, setting the screen, rolling sometimes. You know, that stagnation on offense is cancerous to the team. And if you don't have a player like Kevin Durant who can shoot 17, 18 shots and make 12 of them, you know, from all over the floor and be a mismatch in the fourth quarter that could just close games whenever they're close, he can single-handedly, boom, turn on the switch. When you don't have that, we need you to be that guy. And right now, it does not look like Harden is an MVP candidate. So I want y'all to leave y'all thoughts on what y'all think y'all seen from James Harden this season. If y'all think he can pick it up heading towards the playoffs, give me what y'all think he is in the league. Like I said, you got the young bucks coming: Zach LaVine, Donovan Mitchell, Devin Booker, Shai Gilgeous. I ain't gonna throw Shai Gilgeous in there yet, but I just throw those other 3 shooting guards in there because they're playing high level on competitive teams. And they're growing, they're young, and this is their opportunity to, you know, make a name for themselves in the league. So, yeah, shout out to those young shooting guards. James Harden, get your game together, and because right now in Brooklyn, you are not it. Yeah, y'all made it this far in the video. Go ahead and leave it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Welcome to the RiSSky Powerhouse, man. We growing this thing, and we getting it going, like I said. So, yeah, shout out to y'all. Leave a like, drop comments for future video ideas. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and y'all will see me later. We out of here.